So
have you ever been in a room with 5 white guys when there's no cameras?
Many times.
No, but there's no cameras.
I went to a British boarding school for 7 years.
We agree on literally everything when nobody else is around.
So even if they're right wing or left wing, doesn't matter.
So have you guys heard about? So in Australia, there was a woke family who put up a sign.
You just keep saying woke.
No, this is one's really woke.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
They put up a sign that says the land belongs to the Wurundjeri tribe. Nailed it. And then when the tribe showed up to say, yeah, okay, this family like turned them away. They're like,
called their bluff.
hey, thanks for coming. You gotta get out of here.
That's so funny.
Really?
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah. This just went viral recently. They put a sign up. So apparently what do you call it?
Well,
Indigenous.
Thank you.
They're like Aborigines?
Yes.
Yeah, how come they're called Aborigine and not Indigenous?
They use both.
Honestly,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they use both.
First time we've had an educated person here.
Also, I don't even think you're really supposed to call them Aborigines in Australia.
Really?
Call them Indians.
They're called Native Australian.
It's a touchy subject out there. It's weird.
It is. Yeah, it is.
Probably not Indians. Okay.
All right.
They have to do like even when you go to events in Australia, like the first thing they do in their public speaking is you have to thank and acknowledge them for the land.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So you know, like a couple years ago, people were putting signs outside their houses saying like, "We believe" and all this shit.
Yeah. Oh, they still have those.
Yeah, they still have
Those rainbow signs.
Yeah, and this is that, but they said like, hey, the native people here, this land belongs to them. This Australian land doesn't belong to us, it belongs to them. Right. So then this tribe is like, sounds lit.
Yep.
Let's go get our land.
Yeah.
And they showed up, and they're like, hi. And these people are dressed in the garb too, like the cultural garb, right? And they're basically saying like, yo, let us in, let's go. And the family won't let them.
They just took the sign and said, "No, I meant like your ancestors, not you guys."
Well, it's like having a sign that says "Welcome migrants."
It got community noted.
No way.
It's not real.
It's satire.
Educated.
It's community noted, man.
Nice try, Steve.
Yeah.
That's why we don't like educated people on the
that's
show.
right.
That's Elon's bullshit, though, isn't it? Community notes is just Elon's bullshit, isn't it? This is real shit.
Let me see. Oh, maybe these people maybe they just dressed up like that to like.
No, it's from 2004.
That makes so much sense.
That's
Did you see that?
I wish it were real.
I was like, this was really perfect. I was like, this
No. Hey, cut this part out. Let's make it real.
Something similar to this. I remember watching this like street interviewer. He was like, "Oh, do you want, what do you believe in migrants, whatever." And then every person that was like, "Yeah, I believe, that they should be here, whatever," and they're like, "Perfect. All right, Jose, come down."
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, "You got an extra room? We got all these migrants here."
Dude,
and they're like, "No, not in my house. Not in my house."
Yeah. Well, dude, it's like what happened in America when they sent them to Cape Cod or whatever. They sent them to Martha's Vineyard.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was funny.
Right?
DeSantis did that, right?
DeSantis did that. He sent a bunch of migrants to Martha's Vineyard. And then Martha's Vineyard's like, we love you so much.
We don't have any resources.
Get on the fucking bus. We love you. Oh my God, it's so inspirational what you did. Get on the fucking bus.
We like that you're on the other side of the wall, but not this wall.
Yeah, here's some orange slices. Get on the fucking bus.
Some orange slices.
If that.
Yeah. All right, so I just got moted by the community.
Title of the video: Steve Greene got onioned. Or he got Babylon bead.
Either way, I prefer the B. Onion got too. They're not that funny anymore.
Yo, the craziest thing is that if Twitter had not banned the Babylon Bee, there's a high chance that Elon Musk would have never bought it.
Did you ask him about that?
That specifically?
Yeah.
Oh.
Not that exact
So you blew
question.
So wait, the whole reason why Elon Musk bought it is because the Babylon Bee got banned off of Twitter.
And Elon's a big Babylon Bee fan. I think it was the straw that broke the camel's back. It was the
He was
thing,
like, "What
it
the
was the
heck?"
thing that made Elon be like, oh wait, this thing's out of control. We need to restore free speech.
They're gonna
when he started talking
ban
about
a satirical page.
Exactly. That's when he started talking about buying.
There's so much right now about how Twitter's gotten worse than ever.
What?
Oh, dude, it's like nothing. I've
That's
ever
just
seen.
haters, man. Twitter.
It is for sure haters.
It's better.
I love Twitter now.
Well, apparently the numbers are better than ever.
Dude, it's better than it's ever been. I've been on there since 2009.
so
I agree with you.
Better than ever.
There's so many parody accounts. Like, it's like creating its own comedy now.
Exactly. They're monetizing creators.
Yeah.
Like, it's nice, man. It's nice.
Yeah, but when I listen to sports talk radio, which I do because I'm a fucking DGen sports guy, they say, "Oh, is it Twitter or is it what is it X now?" He's so confused over there, that Elon.
Such dated.
Yeah, dude, it's like,
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, he's literally he's the richest guy on earth, and everyone's like, he's so stupid. I can't believe how stupid he
I
is.
love people who think they're smarter than Elon.
It's
That's the
it's
best.
wild.
When I see people calling Elon stupid, I'm just like, bro.
Yeah, and it's always
Even Mark Cuban he got like applauded. I guess he blocked Elon because they had a debate with each other or whatever, and he blocked him.
Cuban's a weird guy.
Cuban's a weird,
I
strange
don't
fellow.
I don't want to diss anyone, but he's
I like him, frankly. I like him, but like I find him to be weird as well.
Oh, that's right. They had some type of like
They had a
call
debate.
out, and then he would,
they had a spat over DEI.
Over the yeah.
DEI. That's what it was.
Yeah, which is drug enforcement and enforcement.
No, it's driving, entertained, and influenced.
Right, my bad.
enforcement. Diversity.
That was their.
What is it? Diversity. Every diversity, exclusion, inclusion. No, that's
I'm not smart.
anything to recover from being Babylon B.
Fuck, dude.
Elon's a G, though.
What do you think about that debate?
What do I think about that debate?
Yeah, between Elon and Mark.
I didn't follow it that much.
Yeah, fair.
But I'm going to be far more on Elon's side than Mark's side on that issue, for sure.
Because you guys are friends.
No, because DEI
you're
is
homies.
freaking stupid.
Oh.
It's a trash idea.
So you're not a big fan of diversity, I see.
Forced diversity is garbage.
Speak on that. I've been waiting to talk to you about that, or more like just hear what you have to say.
Hear what I have to say? Sure. Well, I think that the sort of modern left-wing progressive view of diversity, which simply boils people down to race, gender, and sexuality, is actually dehumanizing. And I think it's the dumbest interpretation and the most shallowest interpretation of diversity imaginable. And the truth is, if you have a meritocracy and you just give people freedom and you allow people to do what they do in different areas, you naturally get diversity. The reason diversity initiatives fail is, funnily enough, because of human diversity. So even within, you guys have siblings?
Yes.
Okay.
His is hot.
Do you have the same jobs?
sister's really
Do you have the exact same jobs as your
No way, Jose.
Do you have the exact same earnings? Do you have the exact same interests? What
I'm way more successful than my
Same.
So even children raised in the same family by the same parents under the same roof with the same rules have different outcomes because you have different proclivities, interests.
Oh, but I'm from oppressed people, though. That's why.
Yeah, we're all oppressed.
I'm very
you know?
oppressed.
Everyone here's got a claim to oppression.
Hey, in America, we're not the colonizer.
That's right. That's right.
So yeah, I
I
mean,
got online bullied when I was a kid.
okay.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, look, if you just leave people to do what they want to do, you naturally get diversity. It's not something that you need to. It's not something you need to force.
Right.
And diversity goes beyond those basic three characteristics. The notion that, I don't know, if you've got 5 white guys in a room, that it's not diverse is asinine. Or that if you have a mix of people of different colors and genders, but they all think the exact same way, that's somehow diverse is also asinine. So
Have you ever
the
been in a
entire
room with
thing
5
is
white guys when there's no cameras?
Many times.
No, but there's
I
no
went to boarding
cameras.
school. I went to a British boarding school for 7 years. And a
We
British
agree.
university,
We agree on
so, yeah.
literally everything when nobody else is around.
Even if they're right wing or left wing, doesn't matter.
No, on literally everything.
Yeah.
But nobody has to be around. And that's what we mean.
5 white guys.
It's like Night at the Museum, but for opinions.
Yeah.
It's like Toy Story.
We just synergy. It's just synergy. Pure synergy.
Yeah. Well, that's what the wokies would like people to believe, pretty
Yeah,
much.
the Wokies would.
Do you feel like that same? There's something about that sounds idealistic, especially coming from the American way of life. But like, does that transcend into the idea of even like representation in media or anything like that to you?
What does representation mean? Again, they give the goofiest definition of it.
The definition.
Just throwing a black guy on TV and then I'm suddenly
It's like
represented.
the little kid who sees something.
He could have the complete opposite opinion to me on absolutely everything, and that's my representation. It's like, no. I'd rather have a white guy who thinks like I do.
Is that like so? The Zuby origin story, like you're seeing all this shit and them saying stuff for you. Is that part of why you start like doing what you do?
In what aspect?
like representation, like seeing people who are supposed to speak for you, but they don't.
Well, fortunately in the UK, UK's imported a little bit of this stuff from the States.
Okay.
But it's not as goofy over there. And I'll tell you, you asked me before one thing I much prefer about the US compared to the UK. I can tell you something I much prefer about the UK than US.
Okay.
And that is that it's way less racialized.
Yep, that's what my wife says.
In the USA is a much more racialist country. Not meaning racialist and racist are not the same. Just meaning that the way people view things and name things and speak and just sort of see
Categorize
each other.
things.
Yes. So if someone said that I'm African British or I'm Black British, it sounds weird, doesn't it?
Yeah, you're just British.
I'm just British,
That's what. they
right?
say
Whether
in
I'm
the UK.
Asian, whether you're white, whether you're British. Here, it was Asian American,
I've heard
Latino
like-
American, Jewish American, Black American, African American. It's in the media, in the movies, and in like everything. It's just like people are trained to see and categorize people in that way, which sometimes it's not a big issue, but I think it sort of keeps that frame in people's minds. Whereas I think if everyone people have eyeballs. I think if Americans were just like, oh, American. I think that that would automatically create more harmony and less tribalism.
I think the reason why it's like that here is because it's still brand new that people are being able to talk and living in close proximity. Because my wife's British, grew up in Wales and all that. And she told me that the biggest difference that she sees is in America, you have 5 cities of just Asian, or like 3 cities on this side going this direction for 30 minutes and it's just black people. And then so what that does is now you have these like, you don't really have diversity. You have like different enclaves and different tribes that come together to like make it work. And then, you know, they're at the negotiating table with the different leaders and they go back to their own people and they'll be like, all right, this is how we're going to do it as a group, right? So it doesn't create like that UK experience where your neighbor's Indian and then they're white. And then, I mean, the UK already abolished slavery like 100 years before the US did or whatever. They had interracial marriages, all that. I think that society is more class specific than it is.
You're correct.
And out here, I was like, well, we have class differences, but not in the same way because we don't have royals. So what had to happen is our royals are WASP, White Anglo-Saxon Protestant. So they were like categorized as the guys on top, right? And they were the first comers and all that. So when people come to the States, you even see this in the minority groups where you have to categorize yourself as being more legitimate to the land. Asian Americans of 5 generations would be like, oh, fucking fobs, fresh out the boat, right? So like new immigrants come in and you create like a hierarchy of like, we're here. So I think the categories and all that are very US specific, but since we don't learn about the world, we project our issues and race like conflicts and whatever to the world.
There's such a good example of that recently because there's that South African singer, that young female singer, and she's got a song called Water. I can't remember her name.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of, the song is blowing up worldwide.
Make me sweat. Make me.
I don't know her name. I don't know her name. So in South Africa, because of their history with apartheid, they have different racial categories there, right? So in South Africa, it's black, white, Asian, and colored. They have 4 racial categories. So she's from the colored community in South Africa. So I saw something, I think she had an interview in the US or something, and she said, oh, no, I'm not black, I'm colored. And there was this huge like sort of online hubbub of people. There was this whole thing of like she's denying that she's black. And I was like, oh gosh, this is just cross-cultural.
Misunderstanding.
Complete misunderstanding because
Everybody doesn't realize America's right on everything.
It's interesting. I went to South Africa twice last year, in March and in November. It was my first time in the country, so it's always interesting when you just travel to different places and talk to a lot of people, and within a week or two, you can get quite an interesting picture of just how everywhere's just kind of got its stuff. There's similarities, and then there's quite significant differences as well. 'Cause South Africa's a fascinating one because, I mean, they only ended racial segregation in 1994.
Oh, shit.
So if you go there, you can still, just like you were saying with the States, to this day in 2024, there are still vestiges of that, right? You've got areas like this whole block, this whole area is primarily a certain ethnicity, whatever it is. So there, you kind of see the same. Like you can be in some parts of South Africa and you're like, it kind of looks like you're in England, like in Middle England.
Wow.
And it's like, you wouldn't even know you're in an African country.
Yeah.
And then another place might be like over 99% just black South Africa and no white people at all, no Asian people at all, whatever. And it's still quite segregated in a sense. So they've made a lot of progress, but
Were you in Johannesburg?
pardon? I went to Johannesburg and Cape Town. I actually spoke in Johannesburg in November. I got invited to speak at an event.
I went to Johannesburg. My ignorant ass also thought I was just going to like Africa, you know. And then when I go there, and I was like, "This don't feel like the way America sees Africa."
No huts.
Yeah.
When were you there?
The end of not last year, but the year before, end of 2022.
Okay.
But,
Just Joburg?
yeah, just Joburg.
Speaking of the way America sees things, today is February 2nd. It's Groundhog Day. And I'd be remiss if I didn't say Happy Black History Month.
Appreciate it, my brother.
You got it. You got it. No, you got it.
End the video.